Alright, let me try this once again. We'll be doing a reaction to the Ultimate Brainlock quiz. My name's Viz/Maggie. I'm also the Project DN. I've been at this for 7 years, about to be 8 years soon. Well, not this soon, but soon. I turned 20 very soon. That I can say is very soon. I'm not doing the 10-day countdown just yet, but I hope I'm able to do the 10-day marathon thing and keep that going, because I'm about to hit 2 decades old. That's something rare. But besides that, we'll be getting into the video. No, I won't waste your time. I don't want to waste your time anymore. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't. I don't know why it's free, but besides that, yeah, here we go. Alright.
Today you will answer 20 questions to determine if you're cooked. Remember to comment your final score, and here we go. Question 1.
Oh, not sure.
Very easy. What is this viral toilet called?
I guess it's
that is the Skibidi toilet.
into a full animation series, by the way, I think. No idea who that is.
That was my idol, Baby Gronk. Question 3.
No idea. Why idol? Don't idolize idiots online. Sigma? He says Sigma. Yeah, he says Sigma. He doesn't say that in the animation as a whole. By the way, for those who don't know as well, besides me being a creator with a bunch of different talents, a set of talents, what I was trying to say is that for those who don't know, that I'm normally stereotypically called a nerd, which is what people say, but I'm preferably named a creator because of a set of talents that I have, and I've, of course, cultivated over time. And again, now, for the sake of the video, I'll be honing on Nerd Reacts to the Ultimate Brainlock quiz. And I think it's going to be the first one, and then the second one. So, we'll be doing that, too, of course. Alright, let's try this again.
Only for the Rizzler. Question 5.
Don't know why.
What is it called when you beat it for so long
I don't know.
Hallucinating?
Oh, the G word.
That's gooning.
Yeah, that other G word. I don't use that G word. I don't use that G word anytime soon. Yeah, Avocado. Yeah, I know that guy.
That's Nicocado Avocado.
Yeah.
Question 7 through 10.
He had a huge arc with him returning back, you know, all of a sudden skinny. And of course, this is an entire video he goes through explaining how he did that. So I'm amazed. Again, I'm amazed.
Name that streamer.
Kai.
If you got them all,
Queso
you're
list.
probably on Twitch too much.
Look, this guy, the J guy, that starts with the J, absolute bastard. Complete trash content. Lacey, trash content. Queso, it's content. It works. But still, Kaisonat also completely not innovative content, but it is something he takes to an extreme. I will say, I wouldn't put them on the Mount Rushmore streamers, but I will say they are huge, and they are definitely making Twitch a household thing. They're definitely doing. Jonesy though is not because of this image, by the way. I know where he came from. His story and how he's going so far is not substantial enough to be counted as iconic. Don't idolize any of these idiots. Besides Kaisen, but his entire frontal lobe is not doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. And Queso is another story. He makes sort of content, but I can't really blame him for where he's at. And same for Lacey.
Question 11. Who is this viral
internet
sensation?
Some Gale Dale. Yeah, Quindale Dingle. I didn't know the full name. This is one guy.
Streamer takes Kai Cenat's food.
Streamer that takes Kai Cenat's food? Why?
That's Big Boy Phantom.
Who? What? Who'd care about this? Look, somebody took my food away. Alright. Whoever takes my food away live on stream, first to do it, is suddenly, I don't get it anymore. I don't know. They're probably recapping all of what happened, and it is 2 minutes long. If it is 2 minutes long.
Question 13.
They're probably recapping it all in a very short period of time. It's probably more context. Riz Party? What the fuck are they talking about?
That was Carnival. 14th
Carnival?
Who is known globally as the Rizzler?
Globally.
Who? That is none other than Duke Dennis. Question 15.
Duke Dennis? Who the hell is that?
Johnson?
Rock Johnson? Rock Johnson?
That is joking.
Joking.
Don't do it by the way it doesn't work, and don't ask how I know. Question 17 to 20.
I want to ask how you know. Who the hell is that? What the hell are they talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. Probably some of you will be able to explain that to me. I have not a single clue who the hell these guys are. Not a single clue what these guys are. I've heard of this guy on the number 20. I've seen this guy before, but I don't know his name.
Getting all of these is low.
Joe Bart. Okay, so his name did have a Joe in it, and I'm not saying that. The Bird Girl and Zacharific. I didn't want to say this girl. I don't know who the fuck this is now that I know her name, or I guess her character name. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, this is a total bogus scheme, entire scheme with all the things that she's done in the past and now currently. Awful person, disgusting. And Joe Ralph, don't know who the fuck that is. You'll probably line me down like that in the comments below. Joe Bart, don't know who that fuck that is, but I've heard their voice before, and I've heard them make terrible takes before online. So I'm just gonna say that they have trash taste, and not that I'm referencing Trash Taste the podcast. I don't like that podcast. A lot of the stuff that they put down there is it's very interesting. It could seem cool, but a lot of the opinions they make artistically is no. It's a big no. Don't hire these people to be judges. Don't allow them to be judges. Be judges or something like that. I've seen the taste and animation stuff. That's aside. I'm sidetracking.
The final 5 questions will be rapid fire. Question 21.
Right.
What is it called when you look drastically better than someone next to you? Question 22. What is a highly independent dude called?
Sigma.
Question 23. Who does everyone want to work with? Question 24.
Don't know who anyone
what
wants
do you
to
need
work
to get mad hoes?
To get
And
mad.
your final
What?
question, what should you do right now?
Do right now. What the fuck is he talking about?
No way you get.
Oh. The subscribe scheme. Okay, I should have seen that coming. The don't know nonchalant dreadhead, mogging, risk sigma. What the fuck are these terms? I don't know what these terms are. Okay, first off, so those who think that I should be like, when I meant by adapting to people's linguistic ability to the current modern era, I didn't mean like seeing these and changing everything that is. So first of all, a lot of these are severely childish. Now knowing that this thing recapped me quickly on what they mean, disgusting. I don't like these wanting to replace certain things that already existed. I know there are other terrible things out there that are very old. I know these aren't exactly new. They have history that led to history that led to a specific point in time that later defined these. So there's that too. And you can't see my hand unless I put it literally in front of me like this. So besides that, I should have figured out the subscribe thing.
And what some of you may have missed is that there was no question 16. And some of you probably commented about it boosting my engagement.
Sure.
Welcome to the ultimate brain rot quiz number 2. The first one
quiz
had
number
25 questions, so this one will have 50. Those 50 questions will be split into
we'll be doing part 2.
Seems
that we're gonna get 50 questions for this one.
Let's get into section 1. All right, we will be starting off with the vocab section.
Bring my vocab. All right, we got vocab.
What is the popular word that is short for charisma?
Short for charisma, Riz. Okay, at least I know that. I'm familiar with that now.
Question 2. Yeah, what is a word used to describe girls?
What to describe girls? Girls. What did he mean? There's a slang for describing girls. What do you mean? What did they use now?
That is the huz.
Huz? They use huz to describe girls now. I just use girls. I don't use any other word. What? Huz? They changed it to look. Look, there's a word for both girls and boys. This is called bro, B-R-O, or bruh. It could be used by any. It's genderless. It's a thing. There's a word to specifically describe something like this called for girls. Oh, I got a huzz with me. What?
Question 3. What would you call the huzz if they aren't attractive?
What would you call huzz if they aren't attractive? What the fuck are they talking about?
That would be the chopped huzz. Question
chopped
4.
Huzz?
What would you say after
chopped? What the fuck are they talking about? They're saying that. Okay, let me be able to figure this one out. Slicing, cutting, you're sharp. I'm assuming that's what chopped comes from. The you look sharp today thing. I think that's what they turned sharp into chopped. I'm assuming that's what they did. And the fact they replaced describing somebody as a bro into huzz is ridiculous. Don't know why they did that. If they're describing girls as a huzz, we're far gone. But sure, but I don't I don't use these terminologies. First off, whenever I use terminologies like certain slangs for specific eras, I'd rather avoid making a gender out of something at very slang. By the way, that's why I refrain from using stuff like slangs that we see in the video. That I'm assuming they're just gonna say yeah. I don't know why they use the yeah word for this sort of thing. I know it's an old slang, but how they released it with an hi-yat is something else. I don't know. It's copyright.
What would you call the top dog?
Top dog? That's a slang. Top dog is already an existing slang. What did they change it to?
Question
Alpha.
6.
What is this? Suicides?
What would you call the bottom dog?
Bottom dog.
A beta. Question 7. What is a highly independent individual
Generation Alpha slang. What the hell is independent male? I bet he's just gonna say Sigma. At least that is something related to Roman terminology.
A Sigma.
Okay,
Question 8.
he's gonna say
What
Sigma.
is this man doing?
What is this man? He's just touching his chin. What do you mean?
He's mewing. Question 9. What is it called when
Mewing is a Korean related word related to other different things. Touching your chin is now called mewing. Okay. Okay. We're going with that. Okay. Okay. Generation Alpha kids. You're something. I'm an older generation. I'm feeling it. Where am I guessing this from?
That is mogging. Final vocab
Mogging.
question, then we will move on to the next
Mogging.
section. What is blood doing?
Okay, at least I know blood is a word for bro. Another word, that's the Japanese version for bro. When they say, oh, what's up, bro? They say, what's up, blood in Japan. Okay. Why is touching your wrist doing this a sort of slang? What's the slang for this one? What's the slang for this one?
He is sheeshing. Welcome to
Sheeshing. That's a slang? Sheeshing. If I go like this, that's sheeshing?
Section 2.
Young
We
people.
will now be
Okay,
doing
fine.
fill-in-the-blank questions. Starting with question 11.
The fact they're using
What is
AI
the famous
SpongeBob
line that
is something.
Squidward says that goes what the blank?
What? No. What does he mean by what the?
What the sigma? Question 12. Are you a jiddlyang or a blank?
I should have seen that. Chilling in the what?
Are you a jiddlyang or a fuhulatugan? Question 13.
That's a
$19
slang?
blank.
Fuhalatugan? What?
$19 Fortnite card. Question.
Okay. $19 Fortnite card. Alright. I think I'm not gonna be able to understand this slang until I study these. Because this video is already showing me to the extent. By the way, for those who haven't checked yet, again, what people normally would call me when people nice meant that I would adapt to the slang of the current modern era, I literally mean useful slang. These slangs are so unbelievably alien to me, and I'm astonished by the slangs that they brung up.
Question 14. Finish the lyric.
I might swerve in that corner.
What the hell is he talking about?
Whoa, whoa.
Question 15.
What? That's just an expression. That's literally an onomatopoeia, so type of word that says whoa. It's just whoa, like wow, whoa, whoa there. What? What is this? 2015?
Just get up and teach them instead of handing them a
Instead of handing them a what?
freaking packet, yo. This
That can't be a slang. That can't be a slang. There's no way. There's no way. No. No, this can't be. No.
Question
No way.
16.
It's literally. That's. A lot of people have said this before. What are we turning these slangs into? I don't
Finish
know.
this other iconic sentence.
Look, trust me. Look, anybody who's generation. So, enlighten me. Generation Alpha members, or the youngest Gen Z members. Enlighten me. I'm stupid. Tell me the entire story behind all these slangs. You would probably know this better than I do. Probably, I know some of you guys are like the younger generation. Please enlighten me down in the comments down below.
I know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so
Question 7.
Okay, at least I know that term. The Diddy party, that thing. I'm not saying the real pronunciation for that. That word disgusts me. First off, the guy, big no dude. I know what that is. Another term for Diddy party. And again, why I don't say D party, because D party is already an adult slang, but die party, that thing I know is, it means for like basically a grown man having a party with you know what, for different bad intentions, with a specific demographic audience that isn't supposed to be there, doing specific bad no things with this man. So of course I know at least that. I'm not going to try to explain what that is, but all I'm going to say is that something to do with the PDF file. Yeah.
17. Finish this meme.
That's a slang? Okay. If it's okay, I'm lost. Go ahead. I'll let it finish. I'll stop pausing.
Question 18.
What?
What is Lacey about to say?
Just give me my
Money?
money.
Question 19.
At least I know
What's
that.
Sketch's famous line that goes, "What's up, blank"?
What's up, what?
What's up, brother? Question
Brother?
20. The final
Okay,
question
what's
of
up, brother?
section 2.
That at least makes sense.
What is this goofy thing about to say?
Eep eep.
Moving on to section 3.
That's just-
the OG section.
That's just what
Question
some
21.
people in
What is
Portugal,
this frog's
like
name?
Brazil, say. I was gonna say Portugal, but I'm confusing with Portuguese.
That is that boy.
That
Question
boy?
22. What game does this kid play every day?
Fortnite?
He plays Pokemon Go. Question
Pokemon
23.
Go. I forgot about that one. Okay. You can stop me on that one. I remember. I forgot. I was like, because like this, they already referenced the $19 Fortnite card. Oh yeah, I should have remembered the Pokemon Go kid. Yeah.
Finish this dank sentence. Oh, baby, a blank.
Oh baby, oh yeah. Is that for
Oh,
lyrics from a
baby, a
song?
triple.
Oh
Question
baby, triple.
24.
I gotta remember these. Okay. Brain rot quiz, the OG. I was like, I thought they were going for like OG brain rot, like the new brain rot. Okay, so they're doing old stuff. Okay, baby triple. I should have seen that coming. All right, let me put in my OG thing
What
cap.
rapper turns into a car?
The baby. Yeah, the baby.
That is
Yeah.
the baby.
Yeah, he does.
Question 25. An absolute classic. What is this dog's name?
The Doge. Yeah, the Doge.
That is Doge. Question 26.
All right.
What is the name of the gorilla that tragically passed away in 2016?
Harambe the gorilla. Really unfortunate.
That was Harambe.
Yeah.
R.I.P. brother. Question
Rest in peace.
27. What song does this meme format come from?
Drake is from Hubling. I think it's from Hubling.
That is Drake's Hotline Bling.
Yeah, Hotline Bling.
Question 28.
I say Hot
What
Bling,
snack and drink
but-
are notorious for popping up in dank memes?
Cheers for popping on the dank memes. Pepe?
That is Doritos and Mountain Dew. Question
Oh, I thought it was because I had Pepe the Frog in my head. Doritos and Mountain Dew. I forgot. Yeah. But Doritos and Mountain Dew, triangular thing, Illuminati. Yeah, back then, a lot of good old times. But yeah, that was our form of brain rot back then.
29. What is this triangle?
The Illuminati. Who the hell? Even younger people know this
That is
one.
the Illuminati. Question 30. The final of the section. What contraption did this man create?
Pineapple apple pen. I think.
The pen, pineapple, apple pen?
Yeah, pineapple pen.
The final two sections will be miscellaneous. Question 31.
Miscellaneous.
Who do you stick your gat out for?
The Rizzler. I'm assuming. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Better be for the Rizzler. Question
Rizzler.
32. Who invented the word Riz?
Don't know. Oh, wait a second. That's a trick question.
That was Kai Cenat and his friends.
No. Nah. No. Okay. This one's a full no. Okay. I know about the word Riz. I've heard of that before. Kai Cenat did not make up the word Riz. Kai Cenat did not. Look, when you say popularized it, it's Kai Cenat who popularized it quite a ton. Riz is not something that he invented. Riz was invented by somebody else. Kai Cenat simply picked it up and kept claiming it as his. It's not invented by Kai Cenat. You could probably look into it, but a lot of people keep thinking it's Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat did not make that word. Just like these nuts, people thought that these nuts guy made that these nuts were belonged to somebody else. Somebody else invented these nuts.
Question 33. Who invented the word yacht?
Again, I don't.
That was your rage. Question 34.
Okay, at
Who
least
is
that one
this
makes sense.
cornball?
I know Quandale Dingle.
That is Quandale Dingle.
Yep.
Question 35. What game popularized the word sus?
Among Us. I know Among Us popularized the word
That was
sus.
Among Us.
It means
Question
suspicious,
36.
by the way.
What is the goofiest state in America?
You say Ohio. Ohio. Yeah.
That is Ohio.
Yeah.
Question 37.
At least I know that one.
A little less known. What is the goofiest city in America?
Oh boy, I don't know that one.
That is Detroit. Question 38. Who is this
That's
absolute
Michael.
legend?
I think that's Michael Jordan. I did not know about the Detroit thing though. That's copyrighted. Michael Jordan? I think.
That is my goat, my everything, my sunshine, LeBron James.
I keep confusing these basketball players with something like Michael Jordan. I keep thinking they all look like Michael Jordan. It's not Michael Jordan, it's LeBron James. But I know. Wow, you're racist. No, I seriously, I have not been kept up to date. I keep thinking Michael Jordan because that's the first guy I go to when I think of iconic basketball. Again, you can definitely stop me here, educate me on who all these basketball players are. For those that, if they bring up anything basketball related, please enlighten me.
Question 39. This one has appeared on many quizzes but tends to trick people up. What is it called when you look drastically better than the person next to you?
They're drastically better than the person next to you.
That is
Maggie?
mocking.
Maggie? Yeah,
Question
Maggie.
40. Who is this?
No idea who that fella is.
That is Beano's. We are now on the final 10 questions.
I
If you
should
haven't
have
already, make
seen that
sure to
coming.
subscribe for more quizzes like these. Question 41.
I don't want a
Who is
quiz
this
like
streamer
these, but I definitely am gonna make a video out of this.
that has his own gravitational pull?
The human race has a gravitational pull. I'm not here to fat shame people. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that today.
That is Queso.
I'm not here to make fun of that.
Who is this
Even though
little
it's for
goober?
content. Don't know who the fella is. I still don't know who the fella is.
That is the Rizzler. Question 43. What do people call this father and son?
Why? Father and son, what?
They call them the Costco guys.
The
Question
Costco
44.
guys.
What do the Costco guys do?
Costco guys do? Go to the
They bring the boom. Question 45.
What?
What does Big Justice, the child in this picture, like to eat?
Where do you guys get this information from? Just one photo. How? Enlighten me. I don't know. Alright, let's see.
Chicken bakes.
Chicken
Question
bakes.
46. What does Big AJ, the father in this picture, like to eat?
You're gonna do this for this one image?
He likes double chunk chocolate cookies. Question
What?
47. Who is this streamer? Hint, he taxes Kai Cenat's food.
Phantom? I've at least learned that.
That is Phantom.
Yeah.
Question 48.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
action is being shown in this image?
Looks
That is
Maxi?
mewing. Question
Mewing?
49.
Okay.
Is this MF geeked or locked in?
Geek? Locked in.
He's locked in.
He's locked in.
Final
Okay,
question.
okay.
Probably the most
The locked in I remember is the one guy with the headphones going. That's the one, that's the locked in guy I know.
important one of them all. What streamer is known for his low taper fade?
Low taper fade? That's a lot of people with low taper fades. What is he talking about?
That is Ninja. Comment what your final score was along
What?
with your favorite meme of all time.
Well, that's it for you. That's the reaction. I'm completely baffled. Go ahead. Educate me down in the comments below. That'll be it. I'm completely baffled that you all won. You won this battle. I don't get any of these. I know I'm learning, but I don't get any of these. And just look in my Discord server, you can join as well. They barely anyone brings these things up. They've done it before, but they barely bring it up because I sort of killed the entire atmosphere. Makes sense. But besides that, if you like the reaction, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're trying to reach a 2K to 5K goal. I've been at it for 7 years. And it's Viz/Maggie. Those are my nicknames, by the way. It's Viz and Maggie. And the project in here will be done. Bye bye. And I guess that's it.